Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The hype for this game is real. The hype. Oh, the hype. I haven't looked forward to a game in quite a while, and this is sort of the game of the month for me, so to speak. It's been such a long time since we've had, I say a long time, probably the first time that I have hope for actually a nice and good Game of Thrones game. We had the RPG one, which was mediocre, and then we had that Genesis one, which was just horrible and meh. Nice idea to it, but very poor execution. Hopefully this is the game that saves the series, and if anyone can do it, it is Telltale. But anyway, we're going into this completely blind, short of the vast amount of knowledge I have from the books. So I know when certain characters are going to get knocked off, at least outside of the Forrester family. We have turned off music to avoid copyright. I'm not sure if Telltale's a bitch about that sort of thing, but I have had issues in the past with Walking Dead. It's a pain in the ass to have to remove the music because some of it is great. But it is what it is, and it's not worth getting copyright strikes on my channel. So yes, without further introduction, we'll get right into this. This game series adapts to the choices you make. The story is tailored by how you play. Not really, I don't know, well, going by past experiences, you make choices, but generally the ending outcome is the same thing. Thousands of years, House Forrester have been loyal bannermen to House Stark, and the darkest reaches of the Wolfswood, they harvest the rare ironwood trees. Now the North has been ripped apart by war, and rival houses seek to claim Forrester ironwood for themselves, and the fate of House Forrester hangs in the balance.
The trout in the towers, the wolves of the fish, and they all ran away. The trouty fluffed off another war to pray. Two weddings brought on by beheadings, and diving comes to me. Two weddings brought on by beheadings, and all is happily.
The great Jamie Lannister, Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, brought to his knees by the men of the North.
And set free by the women. You'd think he'd done it himself the way he tells it. Lord Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know.
Alright, I'm on it. I ain't your bitch.
Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood and brains. Now that is a proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You'll never have a sword like that. And I say that as a friend. And if we're being honest, you are just a squire.
Oh, don't be an arse, Bowen.
Apologies, your lordship.
I had a hand in it, you know.
A hand in what?
Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next, he'll tell us he caught Tyrion, too. No one never lets the truth stand in the way of a good story.
You captured the Kingslayer?
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What did I tell you?
I brought him to his knees.
Lord Forrester.
But not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story. It grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine. Go on. It's your job.
Right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Gared. I'll do it. Norrin's family has
You are
faithfully
so dead, I'm
served
calling
House
it.
Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach, and House Tully is forever in his debt. They've never seen a field ploughed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield. Fetch your cup. Tonight we celebrate.
I have a bad feeling this is prior to the Red Wedding. We're too cheerful, damn it.
To Robb Stark, the king in the north!
Yep,
The
we're all
king in
dead.
the north! Tomorrow, we march on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army and ride as the vanguard!
The gods have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock!
Death to the Lannisters!
Iron from ice!
Gared,
Ah, we're so dead.
Yes, my lord?
I need you to keep an eye out for Roderick. As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you.
With me?
It's been on my mind for a while now. Something must be done.
With me, my lord.
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you?
I see nothing.
Serve me well.
I seek nothing, my lord. Serving a noble house such as yours is reward enough.
You're far too modest, Gared.
Whatever you believe is best, my lord.
There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester.
Oh, good lord.
It's well deserved, Gared. Your hard work has paid off.
Thank you, my lord. I promise.
And no one will
I
ever
won't
know
let you
because
down.
he's so gonna die, and I'm never gonna
For
get him a
now,
promotion.
keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight. I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Now go.
Aye.
Find Roderick if you can.
It'll be our little
will, my
secret.
lord. Thank you.
Good lord. I know what's happening. Where's the option to warn them about the phrase?
Squire, fetch us more wine.
Can you give me a hand?
Aye, why not?
Make it up to you.
Yeah, no problem.
I have been a squire longer than you.
So?
I outrank you. You should help me.
Don't be an arse, Bowen.
Fetch more wine, scrub my armor, clean my boots. It's just my luck to end up with Norin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once. He's a drunk, liar, and an arrogant prick.
You'd better watch your tongue, Bowen. It could be much worse.
What the fuck do you know about it? Nothing is worse than Norin. See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shovel and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming. But not by much.
Don't get angry with me. We're no different, you and I.
Aye, but I'm not the son of a pig farmer. My father had dignity.
Don't be an arse, Bowen.
All I'm saying is, at this rate we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low.
I've got a promotion.
For all I know, we could be squires for life. Pulling wine around a fucking wedding. What a waste of fucking time.
Give it time. You'll get there.
More easy for you to say. Maybe if my uncle were castellan at House Forrester, I'd feel different.
Who my uncle is has nothing to do with it. How much further?
It's right over there.
The twins. Stronghold of the traitorous fucking Frey bastards. And late Lord of Frey.
Take your time.
You lot have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood.
Fucking phrase.
I agree, Bowen.
Nice night for a wedding.
Yeah. And so he spoke. And so
Often he
he
finds a
spoke.
willing husband for one of his
The
daughters.
Lord of Chaos, Demir, and now the rains.
Don't expect me to carry it for you, Sir Gared.
What's wrong with him?
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Something the matter?
Bowen, we have to go.
I agree. Get the
Go
fuck
if you're in such a rush.
Come on, Bowen, we're getting out of here.
But what about? What the hell was that about? Slow down, would you? What's the rush? Just don't need a fucking run. Run!
I can disagree. Run now. Fuck the wine, which coincidentally didn't spill. Okay, let's turn the tide. Rally as many Northmen as we
We
can,
need to get back to
but take
camp.
the fight to them. Or not. Or not. Whoa, shit! Why don't I have a sword? I'm a squire! It's Roderick.
Roderick!
Don't call out to him in the middle of a battle, you'll get him killed.
I have to get back.
Ooh, very nice. Ooh, for the chest.
Gift from the king.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Grab the shield. Yes, grab the shield. Excellent thinking. Excellent fucking thinking. Ooh, suck it, Frey.
Ready, boys!
Why not rush him? The guys on their knees just sit there complacently, just waiting to die. Uh-oh. Shield up. Shield bash! Oh crap. Shield up. Nope, never mind. Nice time, lads. Pass us a sword off one of them, would you?
Look out!
Oh shit. Hey. Why? There we go. Still more Freys to kill, lad. Hang in there. Don't call out to him again. You're going to do it, aren't you? He's going to call out to him and get him killed. Come on. He is dead or in serious pain. Either way, fuck him, he's afraid. Don't call out to run! Ah, there he goes. That our Stark move.
Good fucking riddance.
No! The Rob Stark of House Forrester. Ooh, run the back.
Gared, did you find Roderick?
Yes, but,
Speak up, Gared.
I tried to save him, but there was nothing I could do.
Find a weapon, quickly!
why haven't they got their blades drawn already? Get that sword, man. Sword, get the sword, get the sword! Get in there, Forrester. Shit. Fucking crossbows.
Free, you fucking traitor!
Fucking hate crossbows.
While there's still time.
Fuck that, stand and fight! Rally them! We can still change the course of history, damn it! Ah.
7 hells.
We have to keep moving, my lord.
I'd never make it. They'll hunt us down like dogs.
Walder Frey says time. Don't run.
Oh, that don't look good.
Guard this with your life. Return it to Ironrath, where it belongs. There's no time to waste. I'll be damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors.
Walder Frey says
You have to go.
backstage, you're welcome to the fucking torch.
I will do as you command, my lord.
You have served me well. I know I can count on you. Tell your uncle. Tell him. The North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your Uncle Duncan.
I swear that I will, my lord.
Hey, it's those foresters.
Now go. On your honor, you must do this for your house. Go!
Kill those fucking foresters! With love from Walder Frey.
Run, lad. Run! Or jog. Either way. Well, I can't say I didn't see that coming. So, fuck me. Who the hell's Lord now? Roderick's dead. Lord Forrester's dead. I think their 4th-born son, because they have Asher as well, who's in exile. So Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now, I suppose. And we are on our way back north after all that. Son of a bitch. A lot of people from the start theorized that we'd be playing as Lord Forrester was one of the main characters. Immediately I thought, hell no, he's going to be dead. Immediately he's going to be dead. And I think the youngest Forrester kid is going to play a part in this at some point. Probably after everyone else gets fucked. I'm guessing. Going from Game of Thrones, the youngest Forrester kid's going to grow up after losing everyone else in his entire family kind of thing. He's going to be a badass. And the exile's going to return at some point. There's theorizing. Forrester Lands, the King's Road. The King's Road doesn't go that far into the Wolf's Wood, does it? Given the pig, I'm guessing we're going to go to my father, are we? On the way there.
Blood. Fresh.
Probably from that fucking pig that's right here, dude. $20 says the fucking Boltons are terrorizing the countryside or something. Or wildlings, I suppose.
That's Father's car.
And laughing.
Lord Bolton better give us fucking titles for this. Winter may be coming, but at least he'll have his bacon.
Pig! No, you bastards!
Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
Father.
I said move on. Unless you want to get fed to the fucking pigs.
I'm going to kill you.
Is that so? You can try if you like, and then we'll feed you to the pigs.
Get off my land!
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the new Warden of the North.
Correction,
I
it's
reckon
Glover
you
land.
like a proper lordly sword like that.
Shit, I did not see that at all. That little fucking quit mark.
No.
Eyes on the prize, lad. Eyes on the prize.
I'll have that sword, boy.
No, you won't.
Aye. You'll have it.
No. This is a rookie mistake. Let him come to us.
Alright. Finish this fucking pig farmer.
Pathetic.
No, he dies first. Pitchfork and hay. Axe, which is probably stuck
You
in the
really
wood.
are a pig farmer, aren't you?
Go with that. Oh, he's dead. That's a hell of a way to go. dreaming of a bloody Christmas. Get the sword. Fucking piece of shit. Fucking Bolton cur. I will kill you, Bolton.
Mercy! Please! I beg of you! I have a family! They'll never survive without me! I have no quarrel with you! I was only following orders.
Son of a bitch.
Thank you.
Don't make me regret this, lad.
Lord Whitehill will see you hang for this. That much I promise.
Should have fucking smashed him into the back of the horse there. He would have fallen off the horse and could have killed him.
Father?
Gared, you survived. Your sister. Oh, she hid. I tried to stop them.
Fucking Boltons.
I'll kill the men who did this.
Fucking Boltons.
It's Gared! Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
Gared!
I was too late. They were already dead.
Bring the Maester! Meet us in the Great Hall! Quickly!
Two Whitehill soldiers?
And a Bolton. They killed my family. And for what? My sister, she was only 8 years old.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Thank you, Maester.
The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg. Your justice was swift. Some will call it vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you. But the Whitehills won't see it that way. We can't very well let the Whitehills walk all over us. These maggots ought to help prevent infection. Hold the wound open for me, would you? These are dark days, I fear. To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man, but he would have made a good lord. The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now, although he is young and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit. Hold this for me, will you? I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. It's unfortunate the Citadel doesn't train maesters in the art of warcraft.
Roderick had already fallen. There was nothing we could do.
Well, I'd imagine Lord Forrester would sacrifice himself to save anyone from his house, high or low. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight on that leg. Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
This might help.
I'm going to go with the principle of
Rather cute little creatures, aren't they?
I guess.
I'm going to go with the principle of picking up fucking everything. Unless it's like stealing shit.
You seem to be favouring it. Always sad to see a warrior lose a leg.
I'm fine, Maester Ortengrin. Look, the Ironwood Grove.
What's so special about the Ironwood? I'm just wondering.
Roderick. He was our best warrior by far. Lord Forrester. It was an honour to squire for him. Gregor the Good. Ryan. Never easy being the fourth-born son.
Ryan the Unlikely. Hint, hint.
Lady Forrester. She's always been kind to me. Treated me like I was a Forrester myself. Mira. Still in King's Landing, I suppose. Although, I wonder if they'll bring her home. Talia and Ethan. I suppose Lord Ethan now. Asher. Exiled to Essos, unfortunately.
And that is the entire family. For what it's worth.
I may be mistaken. You do seem able to put weight on it.
Ooh, what's around there? Can I explore around there?
Keep moving. I need to see you walk.
I was just checking you out, mister.
Did your leg feel weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you. Why do the Whitehills hate the Forresters?
I think it's safe to say the feeling is mutual. There's been enmity between the two houses for as long as anyone can remember. I don't doubt someone killed someone, which led to more killings of someones, and then, well, here we are.
The Whitehills want Forrester Ironwood.
They'd take it all if we'd let them, especially now with the Boltons in power, and proceed to clear-cut every last inch of it until there's nothing left, just as they've done before.
Who is the new Lord of House Forrester?
Why, Ethan, of course. At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve whichever noble house I was assigned. Advising the late Lord Forrester was an honor. Advising Ethan, his third-born son, is challenging. There's still so much he has to learn, yet the very fate and future of this house rests in his hands. Which is rather frightening when you think about it.
What will happen to me now?
Excellent question. Under normal circumstances, you could join Sir Royland and his men. Although, given the circumstances of your... circumstances, it becomes a bit tricky, doesn't it? I suppose it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
Lord Forrester promoted me. At the Twins, I'm no longer a squire, if that matters.
It might, I suppose. But I'll defer to Lord Ethan on this.
Can I see Ethan? Is he here?
He is, but I'm afraid he's indisposed at the moment. He prefers not to be disturbed while practicing his lute.
Can I go now?
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but... Lady Forrester.
Welcome home, Gared. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Gared, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family... I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Off to bed now. Hurry on.
I think she has a thing for him.
Gared was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost.
I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know. Whatever you can recall.
He saved my life, my lady.
Yet not Roderick's.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion. But if you can remember anything, I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
Robb Stark named him to lead the van for the march on Casterly Rock.
A fitting tribute, no doubt. He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed?
Can't tell her about the grove.
If you can remember.
He asked me to return this to House Forrester. He said this is where it belongs. With his family.
Thank you, Gared.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
Now is the time to prove our strength.
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
Against aggression. Duncan, this was our land. They were our people. Your family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the Whitehills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Gared, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution. This happened on Forrester land.
Ramsay Snow's coming here.
Aye. He'll arrive within the week. Those men will say they were keeping the peace in the name of House Bolton.
And what would you have us do? Nothing.
I would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Gared has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Gared's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be heard. It was his family they killed.
My uncle's right. We need to be smart.
Smart. Eddard Stark was smart. And look where that got him. So, what's to be done?
The Boltons control the north. There's no use using force. You're only going to get yourselves killed.
It will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this. They'll accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
I'd have done the same, as any man would.
It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay? Duncan, the boy has suffered enough.
But where would I go?
The one place beyond the reach of even House Bolton.
The wall.
You're sending him to the wall?
The boy's done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution. Especially now, when the house is so vulnerable.
I'll do what's best for the house. So I'll go. I'm not afraid.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
At least we'll get to meet John.
That settles it then.
John Targaryen, the first of his name.
And I'll
the
see
prince
you
that
have
was
plenty
promised.
of food. But we haven't much time. The Whitehills will come looking for you.
Still got to tell him about the Grove. But the Grove!
Were it up to me, I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given a chance. I would. And God's willing, someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. Lord Forrester would be proud that you put in the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great-uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
He promoted me. Met the twins. We were to ride in the van to Casterly Rock, and I at Roderick's side, but...
It was well-deserved, Gared. You worked hard and served your lord with honor.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What?
Lord Forrester asked me to give you a message. He said, the North Grove can never be lost.
Sorry. You caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
He said tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. I assume you kept your word. You haven't told anyone else, have you?
No.
This is important, Gared.
Of course not. I told no one.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you. From this day forward, this will be our secret. But soon, I may need your help.
But
I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house. But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help.
How's being a ranger going to help in the middle of a wolfswood?
Iron from ice.
Iron from ice.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the war will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll serve with honor.
I know you will.
Good luck to you, kid. Say hello to John for me.
Gared, wait!
Yeah, your girlfriend's calling you.
Be safe.
I will, love. Not to rush you, lad, but Ramsay is only a week away. You know, ride quicker.
Ethan? Ethan! I couldn't find him. Could you?
He hides too well, and if he were smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore.
She knows, isn't it?
Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
You found me! Well done, Ryan.
Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
Ah, Ryan,
He was worried you were gone.
Poor
I
kid.
thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, I bet you are.
I wish Mira was here.
It's
And
like Game of
Asher.
Thrones, bitch.
And Roderick.
That kid's gonna have the weight
I
of his
do
fucking
too.
world on his shoulders,
But
so I
Mira's
fucking
in
mark my
King's
words.
Landing, and
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
In a pit
I
of
don't want
vipers.
Gared to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Gared. He was nice.
I don't know what he did to get sent away like that.
Gared is strong. He can take care of himself.
No one will tell me what Gared did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all, you are the lord of the house now.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know, but I know it's not good. Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword.
I agree.
Like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them. It's for you to decide for yourself.
I may have to change.
I'd rather have my brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
Kid needs to step up.
Since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
Tell me it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once. But Ethan will be a good lord. A proper lord.
That's not how it works.
Well, that's how it should work. You are the lord.
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
What now?
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan?
I spit on his
the
justice.
Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the lord.
If I were lord, I would command Ethan to stay with his family.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well.
Ryan is the Rickon Stark of this family. He's going to grow up to eventually be lord of the castle, and he's going to be a right badass when he dies. Not taking shit from no one kind of thing.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Gared. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Gared is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
I can handle Lord Whitehill.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is.
Now's not the time to anger him, but at the same time we cannot appear weak.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
There's no need for aggression unless first provoked.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house, but to his family it's still a loss.
As you wish.
My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself.
Just crossed the line.
I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
My father died a hero, fighting for the North against traitors and oathbreakers.
Aye, and look where that got him. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking
Little
bread
use
and
of guest
salt?
rights to those who do not honour it.
Bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much. Bloody Forresters.
My apologies. Please forgive us.
Forgive you? Not likely. You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have you back, are they? We're the power in the North now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries.
You're in the Wolfswood. The Dreadfort is nowhere near here. You are not their bannermen.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
We all serve House Bolton now.
I'm not finished. Maybe
You are finished when I tell you you are finished, Lord Whitehill.
Things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business. Keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said.
My man
And
no
your
longer.
man
He's not
attacked us for
longer
no
here.
reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason. It was your man who started it. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers.
Nevertheless, you
Soldiers
slaughtered
were the
innocents
100 of their
on
time.
my land.
Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
He was sent to the wall.
Who the fuck sent him to the wall? Answer me! Who's the one who did it?
You heard me. He was sent to the wall. It's done.
What? That was my justice to deliver, boy.
Again,
And
Lord
you denied
Whitehill,
me.
I am the lord of this land,
Not leaving
not
until I have
you.
my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton.
You'll answer to me, you little shit.
What kind of fucking house is this?
Mine.
House of honourable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
Thank you for coming, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice.
And I welcome
Then we'll
Lord
see
Roose to
who's
come to my
who
hall and
is
speak to me directly.
Do your worst, you bastard.
Bloody bastards.
You must find your voice, my lord. Your enemies will interpret your silence as a sign of weakness.
My enemies can interpret my silence as whatever the fuck they like.
Still, when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Do not mistake my silence for weakness.
Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favour. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Time to snoop.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
No, it's...
Hello, Varys' little bird. Calling that now. Remind me not to say anything too discriminating in front of him. Did I say discriminating? I meant incriminating. Useless.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you alright? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm fine, thank you.
Of course, milady.
I ain't telling you shit, spy.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I
thought. But you already know that.
I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends.
And you seem like a
saw
spy,
Lady
bitch.
just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
The walls have ears, my dear.
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but it was definitely an argument.
What did they say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. But I thought you ought to know. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing, with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things.
That's exactly why you were in Varys' hire.
Good night, milady.
It's precisely the kind of person Varys would hire to speak information. One of his little birds.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss. From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
You're very kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say.
Who's the other
especially
girl?
here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north, whose family fought for Robb Stark.
It's another spy.
It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor.
For what, exactly?
She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
How did you respond?
I told her you are one of my most trusted handmaidens, that you can hardly be blamed for the actions of your father and brother. Nonetheless,
she
demands
bitch.
an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
I knew I could trust you. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Oh, I plan on it. I will kiss her fucking ass.
See if the Queen Regent is ready
she hasn't
to
been
receive
screwing
us.
Jamie recently. Look at that guy fucking... I'm listening.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Alright, Marjorie. I play hot seats. I've had plenty of opportunity to lie the shit out of every situation.
Good luck.
Let's do this. Get ready for some serious ass kicking. Ass kissing. Not ass kicking, that's gonna get us killed. Hey, Tyrion's here. Don't mind out the mood. I know I can do this. I got this. You just have to lie. Tell her, tell her everything, you know. Don't be too obvious kiss ass. You want to be a subtle kiss ass, you know. Subtle hints of
Lady
will.
Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Kneel.
Your Grace.
Gwyn is
Girl
pleased.
knows her
Oh,
courtesies.
she's a bitch.
Impressive. You may rise.
Yeah, a rising.
House
fucking
Forrester is a
fist of
northern
grass.
house
Fucking
loyal
bitch.
to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Be vague, yet to the point.
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet... For centuries, the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark.
We have been loyal bannermen to
house
our
of
wardens.
They were the Wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Perhaps too clever for her own good.
The girl did say their loyalty was unwavering.
She has a talent for equivocation, yet I question what she really thinks.
You will never know that.
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
He is the...
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent, and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions while in fact saying nothing at all.
Yes, I do.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
To our mutual benefit, Your Grace.
And at the pleasure of your king. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house.
No, of course.
I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I was not there.
I won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
No one can.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
It's called neutrality, bitch.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts?
Ah, my queen, you wouldn't be.
You are a girl from
I
the
am only
north here
loyal
in
to the
service to
crown.
Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question.
Of course.
If your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king
Oh,
and
I
the
choose
very
the
person
throne,
you
of
serve,
course.
what would you do then?
King Joffrey is, of course, the.
I'm sure
overall
she
Let
champion.
the girl answer the question. Go on.
I would be true to the king, Your Grace.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
Cersei's pissed off expression.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants.
I've said nothing, and
Which
yet
is not
everything.
very encouraging.
Actually, it reminded me of you, Cersei.
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Morning, Tyrion.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton.
With good
We only
reason.
spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear.
Oh, but
Lady
it's
Marjorie
true.
was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt Lady Marjorie will forgive you. Eventually. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard. Not her.
You won't be around forever, Tyrion.
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance. And it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
I'm sorry, Lord Tyrion, but it's a risk I cannot afford.
I admire your discretion. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Ah, yes. And I will go to bed with those fucking vipers and make them think I am their best of their friends, and when they least suspect it, I will stab them in the fucking throat. And blame it on the imp. Who coincidentally will also think that I'm his friend. I'm a lying bastard is what I'm saying, pretty much.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
It went well.
Really? That's a relief.
Cersei is known for being rather
bitchy.
Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true.
Mm-hmm.
And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
You'll get us in trouble.
We're just having some fun.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands.
I got a bit more pressing
Though,
concerns on that right
marrying
now.
a king? I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry
Tobin? Sure.
Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen?
Joffrey? Fuck no.
He does have a certain look about him. And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well. Which is more than you can say for his mother.
Yeah, I ain't saying it.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have.
Just
as
in case
Queen
she's
of
a
the
spy.
7 Kingdoms.
I don't want to tell her too
I might
much.
even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well? Sarah?
We're sorry, my lady. We were just having fun.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan.
On the
Allies
contrary,
and
my
enemies
dear,
can be
everything
made
is
with
a
every
game.
move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
It doesn't matter what you feel. It only matters what you say.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Should we ask for help? Don't ask for help. Yeah, we ask. They need us, don't they? I feel like if we ask for help now, she won't be able to help me later. Pause it for a second. It's really annoying 'cause I don't know if there's like a next what shit's gonna happen in the next episode. If we ask her now, I'm not sure if it does anything. And maybe because I know she's going to have to go through great lengths, obviously, to do something, which I assume is just going to be sending a raven or something. I'm just thinking, going by the timeline, when's Joffrey going to be dead? The wedding's coming up shortly, so getting a raven sent on behalf of King Joffrey, saying that the Foresters are to be treated as loyal banners and whatnot. Yeah, we'll ask for help, better or worse. See what happens with it. That was the goal, after all.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Very well, if you say so.
Go on. Ask.
Please, Ramsay Snow is on his way to Ironrath to see my brother bend the knee.
Ramsay? Roose Bolton's bastard?
I fear my family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. But if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown...
That is no small request, especially now. Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa.
I will forever be in your debt. My family will forever be in your debt.
Come on, Marjorie. He's going to be dead
I don't know,
soon,
Mira.
anyway.
If Cersei were to find out...
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother.
That's right. Push on our
Ramsay Snow
pride.
will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Come on, Marjorie. You know you want to love.
Very well. I'll
Hey,
make the
there we go.
request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Don't worry, Joffrey will be dead soon and you'll be marrying Tommen, who's a lot more perfectly and easily bended. Interesting how Sarah jumped in and said, "No, you can't!" I don't trust her, but we'll see. And we lost our horse. Still in the Wolf's Wood. Great.
7 elves.
Hmm.
Let's play a little game, shall we? Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat? Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets, but the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father is the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these foresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh! Listen.
Remain.
There.
Perfectly.
Hear that? I know I heard something. Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
Yeah. Close one. Who was he interrogating? Well, I say interrogating, Ramsay Bolton was probably just killing him for the sake of killing him. By the limp of his arms, I'm going to assume he's dead.
Bloody hell.
He's dead. Quite fucking dead.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership.
Fuck 'em.
But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you.
The dead will not help me.
Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the Whitehills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle. Your father was well regarded by nearly everyone, but took years, if not decades, to earn. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move!
I'm thinking Duncan, the one man my father trusted more than anyone with that Grove of the North thing. He was his advisor,
I've done nothing
and he has a
wrong.
cool
I
head
was only
in the
trying to
situation
survive.
right now. We don't need brute force. That's not going to work against
Lord
the
Ethan.
Boltons.
Mister,
Who is this man?
this craven is a deserter and a thief.
You have a choice, man.
house is
Lose your
doomed.
fucking hands, or fingers, or whatever, or go to the wall.
fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Why did you do it?
Because I've no wish to die. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right. He speaks truth. I've a family to feed. And not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot.
Oh, yeah, family to feed, so you
Where's
decided to
our pain?
steal weapons
Our
and
share
armor.
of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Go!
Why did you steal 2
Lord
shields?
Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter. Most of us won't even live to see it.
We are in this together.
You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment.
Now is
Men are
always
on
the
edge
time
as
for
it
harsh
is.
Men need to
punishment.
know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please.
He said he has a
Lord
family.
will not permit it.
You can send him to the war.
If you send him to the war, you leave his family without a father and without a provider. At least if he loses his fingers, one, justice is served, and the other deserters, or potential deserters, learn that they won't get away with it. He loses his fingers.
Punish me. You'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord.
Can I give him a choice?
Please, my lord. My family depends on me.
Take 3 fingers.
I, Ethan of House Forester, Lord of Ironrath, name you a thief. The price for your crime is 3 of your fingers.
No, please, my lord!
On his left hand.
My lord, please! Please, no!
My lord, normally it is the Lord's duty to carry out the sentence. But I am willing to carry it out, if you do not feel ready.
I will carry out the sentence.
Man who swings a sentence? Yeah. Oh, fucking Northern tradition.
This is injustice, my lord!
Now go home to your family and remember not to steal again, lad.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must meet our punishment when it's due.
Not just yourself, of course.
You can weigh on any lord.
It's a lord's duty, so I did it.
You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side.
So What's-His-Face is
Someone
trustworthy
you can
and
rely
loyal,
on,
but at the same
no
time
matter the
hot-headed.
circumstance, possessing wisdom and experience. You should have one advisor above the rest. There are two capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you.
One is a great warrior, but he's
bracer of the
hot-headed. He'd
sentinel.
want to attack the
The
Boltons
badge
and use
of
force. That's going to get us
Tonight
killed.
is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow
My father
this
trusted
bracer upon
Duncan
your
above
chosen
all
sentinel
others,
then, to show
especially
that you
with the
are
whole secret of the
decisive
Northern
and in
Grove.
control of this house. Your sentinel will wear this for all to see.
I understand. I'll do it now.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
I'm thinking Duncan. He's not as much as a warrior, but in this situation where we must feign loyalty to the Boltons, the cooler heads need to prevail. Even if it means losing land or not getting the better end of the deal, if you know what I mean. We can't fight them. Fighting is not an option. If we fight the Boltons with force, we will lose. So they have the backing of the Lannisters until Stannis shows up. There is absolutely nothing that we can do military-wise. Simply impossible. It's not going to happen.
Duncan.
Yes, my lord.
I have much to consider and face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my counsel.
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
Actually, I wanted to ask, why did you send Gared away?
I did it for your own protection, my lord. Gared had to go. By sending him away myself, I thought it would keep you blameless in the eyes of the Whitehills. I only hope to give you an advantage, and I regret any action you disapprove of.
I understand. And you're forgiven.
Thank you, my lord.
Thank you, Duncan. I appreciate your advice.
I'm at your service, my lord.
Not sure what advice he gave me, really.
Our provisions are rather low, my lord. I made the count again, just to be sure. But it doesn't look good.
How bad is it? How long could we hold the house?
We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the Whitehills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight. But there are steps we can take. In the past, we've demanded food from the small folk to replenish our stores. We can do it again, if you'd like. We've done it before in desperate times. The last long winter, my family had to give all our pigs to the house. Even if you don't decide now, you may need to soon enough.
When the time comes.
I can speak to the huntsmen and trappers. Perhaps they can do more. My lord.
Come on, you dogs. You'll not be fighting here forever.
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
What is it you're doing over here?
Admiring the ironwood, my lord. I studied it at the Citadel. The wood may be black, but I see gold. An entire forest of gold.
What do you mean?
It is our greatest asset, my lord. Why not give some of our ironwood to House Bolton and have them leave us be? We could ransom ourselves. You can hardly put a price on your own life, or the lives of those you love.
Ransom or a robbery? We may pay him now, But what's to stop him from coming back again?
Lord Ethan, the dangers of today outweigh the fears of tomorrow.
You may be right. We must bide our time, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's go climb the tower, find Cersei screwing some bitch, or the other way around, and then get knocked out. So I think the ultimate thing is survive and wait it out, hope that, you know, Stannis arrives and then we join him.
Like you mean it.
I'm definitely thinking Duncan for Seneschal. Like I said, cool heads will prevail. We can't beat the Boltons with sheer force. And while Sir What's-His-Face is an excellent bloody warrior, trainer, and master at arms, and is loyal to the house, he'd want to take up arms and fight them. And as it stands, we simply can't do that.
Ethan. Or should I say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do, dealing out a harsh punishment, no matter how warranted. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow. At first light.
But where are you going?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with him, to help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here, that I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made.
Given the situation, having another forest...
You know that just as well.
She's my mother. Of course I'll be gentle.
I know you will. You're good-hearted, my lord. That is your true strength.
Given the situation, more Foresters the better, and Asher is no doubt
People are scared as well.
highly experienced from his days in
Told I
Essos.
must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice. And I'd trust him. Aye, Sir Royland is the man you want.
Why Sir Royland?
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate. Not with the likes of Ramsay Snow.
Thank you, Uncle.
Ethan, I need to talk to you.
Now I know Ramsay. Now is the time to negotiate. Bend over for him, and when the time comes, rise up again and stab him in the back of the neck.
Mother told me Mira has asked for Lady Marjorie's help.
Did she?
I knew we could rely on Mira. She always thinks of family above all else. Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough. But right now I'm more concerned about you. I saw what you did to that man. The way you punished him.
He gets to go home to his family.
Cruel? I'm worried about you. What am I supposed to think?
Do you think it's easy? I'm the third-born son. Father never prepared me for this. I'm doing the best I can.
I know you are, Ethan. I know. I know you told me you'd have to change, but I suppose I hadn't believed you would.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Gared being sent to the war without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
Well, I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What? Ethan, please. Tell me.
I wish Father were here.
We all do, but Father is gone. You are the lord of this house, which is why you must be strong. You're just as capable as Asher or Roderick ever were. I know it. I only wish you did too.
You've always given me good advice. Thank you.
Maybe we should name her Sentinel. I'm not so sure. Sir Roland is honourable. Yes, a fine warrior, yes, but his hot head and wish to charge in and...
You're all worthless and weak.
I know, Ramsay, if you push him, if you treat him like shit, he's going to stab you when you least suspect it. Or, that's if you're lucky. If you're not lucky, he'll fucking flay you. He's a loose cannon, and Bruce knows it. He's setting the dog and everything, and... Force is not the answer. We need to wait. We need to bide our time. We need to secure, fucking ensure our safety and our family line until the time comes to retaliate.
Sword up. Swing left. Parry. Wrong. I didn't know
Sir
dogs
Royland,
could hold swords.
A word?
Of course, my lord.
I have many decisions to make, and I wanted your advice. I need to name a sentinel.
Ah, you do. And it's good you came to me. I know this house, and everyone here knows me. They know I can hold the reins, or wield the sword in equal measure. I'm the man you need. And might I remind you, it was Duncan Tuttle who sent Gared to the wall. He undermined your authority, and made you look weak to the Whitehills. I would never do that to you. And if you pardon me saying so, I think your father would be proud. Seeing you make good choices as a young lord.
Duncan Tuttle is a good man.
Aye, a fine man. Wise he. But he has no business being sentinel. He likes to talk. But now's the time for action. So,
action will get us
when
killed.
When will you declare your decision, my lord?
Tonight, at the small council meeting.
Very good. I trust your judgment, my lord.
I have a feeling you only trust my judgment and be happy about it if it choose you. I don't know. It's tough, because...
Now, when I say parry, get that sword
he's a good man, and he's loyal. And perhaps in these tough times, we need someone in the middle. If Malcolm was sticking around, I'd give it to Malcolm. He's my uncle. He's a member of the Forrester family. I trust him not to do anything stupid or betray us or anything, and his place is here. He'd sort of be the middle ground of the thing, but... I worry that if I make Sir Roland my seneschal or whatever now, he'll...
Slash and parry. Slash and parry. Again.
I don't know. Now is not the time for rash action, like I said, it's...
Slash right.
Hey, Ryan.
That means...
Careful. Keep at it and you won't have much left. Something to pick your teeth with.
No, Ethan. Look at this. All good swords have a name. I call mine Two Brothers. I carved this to give me strength. And this, so I remember. I mean, I could never forget. But, oh, you know, don't you?
You honour Roderick with this. He was a strong one.
He was. Huh? Yeah.
Ah, kid.
Someday, I'll have a real one. But not like that one. Only a lord could have that sword.
You'll have a good sword. I'm sure of it.
Ah, the foreshadowing.
I watched you today. I saw what you did to that man. Was he our enemy? A bad man? Everyone keeps talking about them. Enemies. Talia told me what it means.
Rules mean nothing if we don't enforce them. It doesn't matter if he's good or bad. You can't steal. That's a rule.
Well, I say he was bad. Bad men killed Father and Roderick. They need someone to hurt them back. Even worse. I want a real sword. No one's afraid of wood. I'll find the men who took Roderick someday, and I'll make sure I have a real sword when I do.
Could we sit down with this kid and... Someone needs to teach him, because he's going to end up like Rickon Stark. And that might not be an incredibly bad thing. Right now I'm thinking, if something happens to Ethan, who do I trust more to look after Ryan? Duncan or Sir Thingy? If shit hits the fan, and diplomacy doesn't work, then Sir Thingy may be a much better choice. Oh damn it, kid. I'm putting all my money on poor Ryan having like the weight of the world put on his shoulders at some point.
Parry, get that sword out!
Very well. We make our decision, and we make it now.
My lord, are you now ready to name your sentinel?
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the
For
small
what it
council
means, aye. Let it be done with. It probably makes very little difference, is what I'm thinking, but... I know Ramsay, and I know how we need to deal with him. We need to treat him as an equal. We need to be very careful. Disrespecting him and using force is not the way to go about it. At least not yet. There will be a time for force, but it's not now.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Let him be on with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision.
Okay. Final overhaul on this, guys. So, you got Duncan, who's more level-headed. He's more cool. He wants diplomatic. He cool heads to prevail, you know. In this current situation, like I say, force is not the answer to deal with Ramsay Bolton. Force is not the answer to deal with the Boltons until Stannis arrives in the north. If we use force now, we doom ourselves and are basically committing suicide. There's no fucking gains to be had in taking up arms against the Boltons alone, with the Whitehills at our gates and the Boltons at our gates. It's just suicide. So you got Duncan, who's, you know, more of an obvious choice, I suppose. Then you got Sir Raymond, who's been loyal to the house for ages. He's the master at arms. The men respect him. The townsfolk know him. He's not afraid of dishing out hard justice when it needs to be done, like recommending I cut off the man's fingers, which was the better choice. Whereas Duncan was far too concerned about people. Now is not the time for rash action. Blah 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 blah. I fear that Duncan doesn't have the necessary fucking oomph to do shit when it's necessary. You know, sometimes you have to fucking. Sometimes a little force is required, but not too much. But then you got the other guy, Sir Reinald, who's just force, more force, and more force in order to fix more force. He'd just kill everyone if he could, kind of thing, you know. But in the long run, who would I rather have? A diplomat or a warrior? And considering the fact that we've got Stannis coming in a war, who's better to look after the lands in case anything bad happens to Ethan? The diplomat or the warrior that everyone, you know, knows and trusts to lead the house in times of need? Okay, guys, I've made a decision, and we're gonna go with Sir Raymond, I believe. I won't let him push too much force. I'm not going to agree with him on everything, but when it comes down to it, if shit hits the fan and something happens to Ethan, and we're left with Ryan as the Lord, who won't be of age for God knows how long. What is he, like 8? The house will need somebody strong, willing to, you know, kick ass when ass needs to be kicked. Especially when Stannis shows up. I don't know. Why can't I just say, both of you will be the damn seneschal? Fuck the seneschal, both of you. I don't know. We're gonna go with Sir Ronald, for better or worse. Because ultimately, I believe he'll be better for the house. And we'll still have Duncan around to offer advice and everything. For better or worse, Duncan.
Sir Royland de Gore, you will be my sentinel.
Gods be praised. You've done well, Lord Ethan. You won't regret this.
Do not make me.
Poor choice, my lord. Forgive me for saying so, but it's true.
Now, Sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
My scouts say he's a day's ride away. We've no time to waste. He'll arrive before any of our allies could be here.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
We can devise a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You'd gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls.
Quiet, Tuttle. You're not the Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the small council, is it not?
Enough! Would my father have stood for this kind of bickering? Neither will I.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand. Put every man who can hold a spear or crossbow on the wall, and make the bastard fill his boots with piss.
He would see it for the empty gesture that it is, and have us flayed.
We do not have the men to hold out against a siege, nor do we have the food or the provisions.
Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf. But we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
We all must agree on the plan. We cannot leave until we have a consensus.
Ugh. Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough!
We are not in a position of power. To fight is to die. We do not have the troops to withstand a siege. We do not have the provisions to withstand a siege. If we use blunt force without any consideration, we will fail horribly. That is not the answer. It makes me second guess making Sir watch his face, the Venetial. I don't know. He's a good man, but he doesn't see. When shit gets tough, he'll be the right choice. But as right now, cool heads need to prevail. We can't allow, you know. It comes to the protecting the family. I want him there. It comes to dealing with enemies that we can't face and we can't possibly win on the battlefield. Cool heads need to prevail. Now, diplomacy on its own is not going. It might not work. if Bolton senses weakness, we need a mix between diplomacy, but at the same time saying, we're still, we're not going to fucking roll over entirely backwards for you, Snow, but we will remain loyal to the Dreadfort, if you know what I mean. So, I believe, bribe. We have something that they want. Roose Bolton knows this. If we offer to give him a portion of this as a token of our loyalty, and offer to continue providing them as we have with the Starks for countless generations, it's the whole idea of going over Ramsay Bolton's head and going directly to his father. So we bargain.
Maester Ortengrin has swayed me. We will offer the Boltons a share of the ironwood, and we will promise our people to harvest it, thus securing their safety.
A sentinel, I must warn you. Do this, and you invite ruin upon this house.
If we don't, there may be no House Forrester at all.
If you aren't ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks out.
Damn it, Ryman, we do not have the men.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival.
We could offer him the ironwood in the courtyard.
My lord, making this kind of offer outright may simply embolden Ramsay. There could be trouble, and all the house will be there to see it. Meet him in the hall. It will be more private.
Aye.
He will not have an audience to play against you.
Lord Ethan?
Making him wait at the gates of the courtyard is not a good idea. We invite Ramsay as an equal into the Great Hall.
I will meet him in the Great Hall.
It's careless. Can't you see Tuttle is steering you wrong?
I've faithfully
Damn
served
it,
this house
Lyman.
for far too long to sit here and listen to this. Forgive me, my lord, but you are far too young to be the lord of this house. You're likely to get us all killed.
Sit down at once.
Apologies, my son. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow in the Great Hall.
And we will offer the ironwood, providing a safe future for this house.
No matter what, I will stand beside you, my lord, where your sentinel belongs.
I do not
Then
doubt
perhaps
your
we should
loyalty,
adjourn.
Ryman.
We have to prepare the house.
It is your hot head that concerns me. And Duncan needs to remember that his loyalty is not bloody well paid for in titles and honours.
Lord, you have named your sentinel, but you still seem conflicted. And no matter what, you can't be indecisive. Not if you want to help this house.
We must give Ramsay
Forgive me.
what he wants.
There will always be those who question your leadership.
Better yet, we must give
which
Bruce
is why
Bolton
you need
what he
allies
wants.
you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back?
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight.
He's a Forrester,
Hunger
and given
for
the
it.
situation, we can need as many of the
He
member
always protected
families
you and
here.
your sister.
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
I agree.
Do you
Bring
remember
him
the
back.
miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you. It's something we could use. You're a thinker, Ethan. You contemplate, and a lord needs that. But a lord also needs swords.
No need to persuade me, Mother. I agree. Given the situation and the family's recent peril,
I'm trying to do what's best for this family. What this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Aye.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a Forester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
We shall see. I only hope that all this plays out like I fucking hope it will. I managed to keep him in line, right? Good lord. There's a key. I won't touch any of that.
Oh. Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you'd want to know.
Thank you.
Mira, look. The other day when you asked Lady Marjorie for help, I only spoke out of fear for her. I want to help you if there's anything I can do. Your poor family. I can't imagine how you must feel. I hope you'll let me know. Lady Marjorie is always saying how important friends and allies are in King's Landing. Just know, I will be here for you if you ever...
I'm taking it Joffrey didn't take particularly well to it, but
My lady,
we all know he's
I'll
dead
leave you to
anyway,
talk.
so who cares, ultimately.
How is King Joffrey, my lady?
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family. I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again.
I knew it was too soon to ask.
Nothing I said could cheer him. He wouldn't even speak to me when I left him.
I'm so sorry, my lady. I should never have asked you for the king's help. Please don't hold it against me. Ramsay Snow is on his way to Ironrath.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
What are the chances that my ravens aren't getting red?
Milady. Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
How long have you been waiting there?
Not long. I was just passing by when I saw you emerge from Lady Marjorie's room.
Sure you were.
I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can I trust you? There are spies everywhere in King's Landing.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies.
There are spies
Hopefully
everywhere.
I've
You can
proven
trust
I
me.
could be
Though.
useful to you.
I'm the innocent
sorry.
coal boy who's
I
obviously not a
really
spy.
must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who... People who'd be willing to help you.
Varys. Or a trick played by Cersei. Does that fucking visor look any more menacing? It's like, I'm watching you. Yes. Always watching.
He should be here.
Ah, fuck him if he's hungry. We'll do without him. And without King's Landing. I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men are ready to act if needed.
Sir Royland, I trust you'll keep a level head.
Of course, my lord. But the bastard of Bolton can't be trusted to do the same.
Nevertheless, we do not have the men, as I've said before. Keep a level head, damn it.
Isn't this a lovely pile of timber? Not the place I'd want to be if there was a fire.
No, I.
Ironwood is near impervious to flame, my lord.
Is it?
May I introduce Lord Ramsay of House Bolton?
Be as courteous as possible.
Of Roose Bolton.
Treat him as your
Although
equal.
A bastard, Lord Ramsay has the full authority
And
of
do
the
not
Warden of
call
the...
him a bastard.
Who is this little boy? Is he lost?
Lord Ramsay, welcome to Ironrath.
Aren't you the little lord? Lord Whitehill told me you were young, but this... Look at you.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Iron.
Carved by our most skilled craftsmen.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much.
Your father will appreciate it, I hope. Our ironwood is highly sought after.
My father is not so easily impressed. Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn...
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently. It seems the Foresters have a talent for something after all.
Lord Ramsay, we have another gift we'd like to offer to you. There are several ironwood groves along the borders of our land, all producing tall, strong trees. We'd like to give them to you in tribute.
To me? That's very kind of you. Thank you. Look at that. More Foresters.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
Wasn't sure to him or to his father. But,
Force him to focus on the business at hand.
Lord Ramsay, I understand you've come here for assurance of our fealty.
Fuck fealty. We came here for justice.
We'll get to your justice. First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton.
I am but a humble servant of the North.
Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal.
My lord.
Ha! That wasn't so hard now, was it? Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. And I care even less about a bunch of trees on some far-off hill. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
We will double our efforts for your father, my lord.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust a Forester. They
No more
murdered our men.
It was a Forester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton.
He was within his right. They killed his family.
His right? He killed a loyal soldier in my father's army. Then you welcomed me into your hall like a proper lord, hoping I wouldn't linger outside long enough to notice your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do.
What is it?
So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone.
Yeah, good lord.
The Whitehills will be taking control of your ironwood from this day forward.
What?
Counter-offer it, counter-offer it, counter-offer it.
But...
The Whitehills are nothing more than up-jump thieves!
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehills don't? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
We have loyal craftsmen who make the finest weapons. The Whitehills have no such craftsmen. Do you want ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your ironwood.
Agreed.
We'll
Now leave.
But my lord...
Give your condolences to my father.
Better than the nothing you had before.
Agreed. Give your condolences to my father.
No trouble. Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men.
10 men.
At Ironrath, that we cannot abide.
10 men.
Ethan.
I agree.
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
This will cause more trouble, not less.
Not for me.
No, for the love of God. Do not draw your sword, Sir Ryman.
You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
The seven hells he will.
Do not draw your sword. Don't.
Do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Sir Royland, don't.
Look at this, little Forester. You're not frightened, are you?
I accept your deal, Ramsay.
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
Ramsay, we accept your deal. Send my condolences to your father.
Well, like the Queen and her brother.
The Whitehills will have half,
What?
and you can send your garrison here.
Hopefully not just
Now leave us
like
be.
the Queen and her brother. I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
We have more to discuss, Lord Snow.
I have an idea.
You called him Snow.
Come with me.
Oh, good
You
lord.
can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
Hunting.
She's quite pretty, your sister. We'd get along well.
I'm going to regret this. Oh, good lord, I'm fucking
I
dead.
suppose you can stay.
I'm so dead. He's going to kill me.
Aren't you the
Oh, good lord, I'm dead. I take it back.
What have you done?
But I don't want a bold lord. Far too much trouble.
Ethan! Ethan!
My lord!
Oh, no!
Even though you did bend the knee.
My son.
I think we've come to an understanding. I certainly feel better about all this.
Ethan. Oh, come on.
However, the Foresters need to keep their end of the bargain.
Stop! Ryan!
Take the boy as your ward.
No!
Kill him if they give you any trouble.
Ryan!
Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Somebody help him!
Fetch the mason quickly!
You brought this on yourself.
Mama!
Stop!
Don't let them take me!
You will not take him!
Help me! Ryan, please!
No!
Ryan! Do something!
Ethan? My son.
I've got nothing. I knew the moment I clicked on it to... He said you like hunting, and I was like, hell no. But at the same time I knew... Damn it. Fucking bastard.
Ethan sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader.
Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you did it without flinching.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again, our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Son of a bitch. I question my choice with Roland, but I like to believe he's honourable. He wouldn't endanger, but I'm worried he'll be too hot-headed and try to do something stupid that will get my fucking kid brother killed. The second I hit that button to grab her away from Ramsay, I knew I was dead. The second it came on the screen, I was like, yep, this is the only choice I can make. I couldn't make any of the other ones, but it's the only one I could do. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I tried so fucking hard. I hate this game. Fuck it, soul out, go away. I'm gonna go cry in the corner.